let me ask you something. When was the last time you checked your bank or credit card statement and actually recognized every single charge on it? I'm not talking about the big ones like your rent or your grocery run. I mean, those random $3, $6, $11 fees that just appear. If you're like most Americans, you probably just shrug and move on. But here's the truth. Those tiny, invisible charges are costing you way more than you think. In this video, I'm breaking down 5 hidden fees Americans are paying without even realizing it, and how to stop throwing away hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars every single year. Stick around, because some of these are going to surprise you. And hey, if you find even one fee today that you didn't know about, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so we can keep uncovering money traps together. All right, let's get into it. 1. The banking convenience trap. You'd think by now, banks would make life easier for customers. But in reality, they've turned convenience into one of their biggest profit machines. Let's start with the basics. Maintenance fees. Most checking accounts are advertised as free, but read the fine print, many only stay free if you keep a certain balance. Like 1,500 or 2,000美元, the moment your balance drops below that threshold, you're charged $10, $15, sometimes even $25 a month just for existing. Now here's the catch. The bank doesn't warn you ahead of time. They don't say, hey, you're about to dip below your minimum. They just quietly take it. Multiply that by 12 months, and that's up to $300 gone for literally doing nothing wrong. Then there are overdraft protection fees. The name sounds helpful, right? But protection is just a marketing word. What it really means is that your bank will let your account go negative, then charge you a $35 fee for the privilege. In some cases, they'll even stack multiple overdraft charges in a single day. And here's one most people forget about: out-of-network ATM fees. You take out $20 at a gas station, ATM, and boom, your bank charges $3. The ATM owner charges another $3. That's $6 to access your own money. The solution? Open an account with a fee-free online bank or a credit union. Many refund ATM charges have no maintenance fees and actually notify you before you overdraft. If you've ever looked at your bank statement and felt like you were being nickeled and dimed to death, you're not imagining it, you are. 2. The subscription slow drain. Let's talk about the quiet killer of every modern budget subscriptions. Streaming, music, fitness apps, food delivery, cloud storage. Americans love the idea of just a few dollars a month. But here's what's wild. According to a 2024 study, the average U.S. household spends over $270 a month on recurring subscriptions. And when people were asked to estimate that number, they guessed around $80, so we're underestimating our spending by almost 3 times. How does it happen? Because companies design it that way. They offer a free trial, then hide the cancel button. Or they automatically upgrade you to the premium plan without asking. Sometimes they'll even split one subscription into several micro-fees: storage, ad-free experience, extra access, so you don't notice the increase. And my favorite? When you cancel, they make you call or email instead of clicking a simple button. That's intentional friction. Now, here's a real example. A friend of mine found she was still paying for a streaming service she hadn't used in 2 years. The company had quietly raised her price 3 times, from 7.99美元 to 15.99美元. And she never noticed. 2 years later, she was out nearly $400 for shows she didn't even watch. The fix? Once a month, go through your card statements line by line. Look for anything that auto-renews. You can also use tracking tools like Truebill or Rocket Money, which automatically flag subscriptions you forgot about. Every subscription starts as a small leak, but small leaks sink ships. And before we jump to the next one, if you're learning something new so far, this is your reminder number 2. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss the next money-saving breakdown. 3. The airline add-on game. You've probably seen those ultra-cheap flight deals. Fly from New York to Miami for only $49? Sounds amazing, right? Until you actually check out. Suddenly, that $49 turns into $178 after optional, add-ons that aren't optional at all. Airlines have turned hidden fees into an art form. It's called unbundling. They advertise a low fare, then charge separately for everything that used to be included. Seat selection?
20-50美元.
Checked bag? Another 35美元. Carry-on bag? Some airlines charge $25. Want to board early or sit with your family? Pay up. There's even a fuel surcharge on some. International flights, even. When fuel prices drop, that fee stays. And my personal favorite, the basic economy, bait and switch. You see the lowest fare, but if you pick it, you can't pick your seat, you board last. And your bag might not even fit on the plane. By the time you upgrade to what feels normal, you're paying almost as much as the full fare you thought you avoided. Airlines make billions every year on these extras. According to a recent report, ancillary revenue, basically a fancy term for hidden fees, brought in over $120 billion globally last year. So how do you beat them? Compare the real total cost before you book. Check what's included in the fare and read the fine print about baggage, sometimes paying a few dollars more for a full service. Airline actually saves you money in the long run. And here's another trick. Pay for add-ons when you book, not at the airport. Prices can double once you're checking in. 4. The sneaky delivery and service charges. This one hits home because almost all of us use delivery apps now, whether it's food, groceries, or ride shares. But here's the catch. You're not just paying for convenience. You're paying hidden layers of fees that are disguised as something else. Let's break down a simple $20 takeout order. You open your favorite delivery app, choose your meal, and think, okay, $20. Cool, but by the time you check out, it's $33. How? Here's the breakdown. Delivery fee, $2.99. Service fee, $3.49. Small order fee, $2. Texas, 1.80美元, and then a tip. Some apps even add regulatory fees or city surcharges. Those names sound official, like they go to the government, but they often go straight to the company. It's the same story with hotel bookings. You find a room for $120 a night, but at checkout, there's a resort fee for the gym and Wi-Fi things that should be included. Those mandatory fees can add $30 or more per night. And rideshares? They've started adding temporary fuel fees and safety charges. Most passengers never question it. The scary part? These hidden service charges aren't always disclosed until the final screen, and by then, you're emotionally committed to the purchase. To save money, always compare platforms. Ordering directly from a restaurant's website often avoids those third-party fees. And when booking hotels, check the total price before he didn't confirm sometimes. Calling the hotel directly gets you the best deal. At the end of the day, companies rely on the fact that people value convenience over clarity. Don't fall for it. 5. The credit card interest illusion. This one's probably the most damaging because it hides in plain sight. Most Americans think of credit card interest as the cost of borrowing, but in reality, it's one of the most expensive and misunderstood hidden fees in the country. Here's the trick. Credit card companies design statements to make the minimum payment look reasonable. It feels manageable. $45.
60美元, 80美元, but
what they don't show clearly enough is how long it'll take to pay off your balance if you only make that minimum. Let's say you owe $2,000 at 22% interest and only pay the minimum each month. It could take you over 16 years to pay it off, and you'll have spent more than $3,800 in interest alone. That's almost double the cost of what you bought. Now, the reason this qualifies as a hidden fee is because most people don't realize how that interest compounds daily. It's not one big charge, it's hundreds of tiny invisible ones. Every single day you carry a balance And then there are foreign transaction fees, late payment penalties, and cash advance fees, each designed to quietly chip away at your balance. The way to beat this system? Pay your balance in full every month. Set up automatic payments so you never miss a due date. And if you travel, switch to a no foreign transaction fee card. Most travel-focused credit cards offer that benefit now. If you can't pay in full, prioritize paying down your highest interest card first. Interest is just another word for your money, working against you, and it doesn't have to. The bigger picture. Why hidden fees exist. Hidden fees aren't accidents. They're deliberate business models. Companies know consumers fixate on the upfront price, not the fine print. So they make the base cost look attractive, then quietly add the rest later. It's called price partitioning. And psychologists have proven that people will pay more overall if they think each part looks small individually. A few dollars here and there don't feel like much, but across millions of people, they generate billions in pure profit. What makes it worse is that many of these fees hit lower income Americans the hardest, the ones least able to absorb surprise costs. It's not just unfair, it's systemic. The good news? Awareness is power. Once you start spotting these charges, you can push back. You can cancel, negotiate, switch providers, or just refuse to play the game. Action plan. Take back your money. Here's what I want you to do after watching this. Tonight, sit down and look at your last 2 bank or credit card statements. Circle every charge you don't recognize or can't explain. Google them. You'll be shocked at how many are recurring or avoidable. Then, call your bank or service providers and ask to remove or refund them. You'd be surprised how often they'll do it just to keep you as a customer. Set reminders to check your accounts monthly. Automate what you can, but never go completely on autopilot. Because here's the truth. Every hidden fee is a little bit of your freedom, taken away without you noticing. And once you start noticing, you take that power back. Closing. If this video opened your eyes even a little bit, if you found yourself thinking, wait, I'm probably paying for that right now, then make sure you subscribe. That's the third and final time I'll ask. Because every week we dig into the money traps designed to keep people broke and how to beat them. Hidden fees are sneaky, they're frustrating, but they only work when we're unaware. So stay aware, stay curious, and keep every dollar you've earned working for you, not for them. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.